Okay, hi everybody. So today's worksheet is worksheet 8.2, and it's another day of parabolas. So parabolas, remember, are either they look like smiles or frowns. Okay? Okay, so looking at the worksheet, I'm going to help you out a little bit, okay? So have the worksheet out, but also have some stuff ready to go. First thing, on the top of the worksheet, I want you to write these few things. I want you to write the axis of symmetry is this equation, x equals negative b over 2a. Write that down. Okay. Next, the solutions are also what we call the zeros, and those are your x-intercepts. Okay. And this maximum or minimum, write a little example. This is a minimum. This is a maximum. And I'll explain that a little more, but those are the little bit of notes I want you to have. Okay. So the zeros are just the 2 points. It might be 1 point. It might be none of them. There might not be any, where the parabola crosses the x-axis. So at this, it's -1 and 3. So those are the zeros or the solutions of that. Okay? The axis of symmetry is, well, first, find the vertex. A vertex is where that parabola changes from going down to up or up to down. So do you see this vertex here at the bottom is the ordered pair 1, -4. Okay, that's the vertex. The axis of symmetry is just the x value of this. So the axis of symmetry is x equals -1. And then usually we use this to find the vertex. That's why we do that first. Okay? And last but not least, this parabola is a minimum because it will never go lower than that vertex. Okay? So the vertex is either going to be a high point maximum or a low point minimum. Okay, now I'm going to go through some of these, but some of these I don't really need to talk about. The axis of symmetry. Well, first thing, look, find your vertex. That vertex is 1, -9. And the axis of symmetry is just the x part of that, okay? And then the solutions or the roots or the zeros are right here at -2 and +4, okay? And this is a minimum because it's a low point. It's a low point. Okay, look here now. Another equation. First things first, I'm going to look. Here's the axis of symmetry, and my vertex is -2, 9. And again, the vertex and the axis of symmetry are very much related. That's just where if I were to draw a line, I would have symmetry over that line. That's why it's called the axis of symmetry. Now, this is a maximum because it's a high point. It goes up and then down. And again, I don't do these. And the solutions are my zeros. Where are the zeros? At -5 and +1. Okay? Okay. Now, have the worksheet out. Let's do a problem from the worksheet. Okay, here's number 1. First thing, where are the zeros? Here and here at -4 and 0. Now, it's not an ordered pair. It's just a list of 2 numbers. If you want to instead write -4 and 0, do that. Okay. Now, this is a maximum. I'm going out of order because it's a high point. That high point is at -2. Do you see if I were to draw an axis here? So my vertex is at -2, 4. Okay? Okay. So far, so good. Now, it says calculate the vertex using the equation. Now, here we go. Write this down, okie dokie? Okay, so if you notice, this is number 10 from the back. So normally when we write an equation in as a quadratic equation, we have A is the number in front of the x squared, B is the number before the x, and C is the last number that doesn't have any x's. So if I look here, my A, well, how many x squareds do I have? How many x's do I have? And this is a -7. Okay, and you always got to make them a plus the opposite if need be. Okay, so first I'm going to find the axis of symmetry using the equation that you wrote down on the top of your page. That's the axis of symmetry. So right now, B is 4 over 2 times A. Okay? And again, there's a little 1 here if you need that. Okay, so this is really just a -2. That's the axis of symmetry. And as we know, the axis of symmetry is part of the vertex. So that number goes there. And then I take out my calculator and I just substitute that into the equation for x. Okay, so up here, y, I'm finding my y. X is -2 squared plus 4 times -2 minus 7. I'm just substituting this in for x into my equation, and I put it in the calculator, and I get -11 for y. Okay? Okay. And that's how you find the vertex. You find the axis of symmetry, substitute that into your equation for y, and that is your x and y, okay? Okay, give them a try. Let me know if you have problems. Check with each other and ask some questions. Have a great day, okay?